Alright, here is the grocery haul for the week. This is mostly Aldi, but there are a couple things from Walmart, and we'll get into it. There's also the principle of buy one now, save one for later also in here, and we'll kind of talk about that as we get in this haul. So actually we'll start off with that. Starting back here, I grabbed one thing of ketchup. I do have a number 10 can, is that what it's called? Of tomato sauce to start making my own ketchup. But I knew this week was not going to be the week for that. So I have one for now and one for later. I have one thing of pickles, one for now, one for later. There is a marinara and there is a roasted garlic. This was about $150 and our budget is about $200, but we'll get into Walmart here in just a second. Alright, I have two things of corn. These are mainly for later because I needed some this week and I didn't have any. So while I was in there, I just picked up two. One for now, one for later because I have not seen these at all recently. And so I just grabbed some to I just keep this with me so I can eat something after work or during work or between work. And it kind of just, the sugar helps, and it's really about the sugar, let's be real. And then this one is for my son. My daughter has just been not really wanting to do the bars lately, so that's fine, it saves me some money. He already had a banana because I picked up some bananas. He already had one. Go put it back, go play. So he's just kind of buying food for later. These are things that I like to just have on hand, and if I didn't get to making a meal or anything and we're kind of in a rut, I can pull this out and I can pull some kielbasa and make a very quick, easy meal for that. I have 5 cans of pineapple chunks. I don't know if you can tell from my voice, but we are wrapping up a cold here, and this just really feels good, and the vitamin C is really helpful. So there are 5 cans here, and I do not expect that to last us longer than a week. There's one thing of juice, and this will be made into popsicles. I can get at least 2 batches, and then my teenage son usually drinks some of that. This is for my husband for work. It's just kind of like basically what I call a filler. This is to make some ranch dressing for salads. I'm pretty low on the sugar that I usually get from Costco, and I'm trying not to do Costco for a little bit, just kind of save some money. So I did this time. I needed some garlic, so I picked up some garlic. I'm getting low on ginger, and my son and I have really been enjoying what we call Good Girl Moonshine. And that's where you grate fresh ginger, put it with some lemon, put it with a little apple cider vinegar, a little sugar, top it off with water, and it's just kind of like a refreshing drink. I picked up more onions. Onions do not last long, so I'm just going to put them on a pretty regular rotation. And if I have any in the house, I'm going to go through them, chop them up, and put them in the freezer and kind of build a pile for later that way too. But also, I'm finding they're not lasting as long. Green beans were a pretty good price this week for fresh ones, so I grabbed 2 pounds of that. There's a salad there. There is some celery here. There is some zucchini. This is going to be for a meal this week. These were on sale, and so I picked up one probably for a lunch this week, and then one will go in the freezer. So there are 4 packages. I want to say they were $2.69, but we have still some chicken in the fridge, so I just grabbed one thing of roast beef if we need any salads. This is another thing I can send with my husband, or the kids put some peanut butter on it for a snack. Some bananas, 2 things of cantaloupe, 1 thing of the pork sausage, and I'm going to make patties out of that for a breakfast this week. We have 2 things of chips, 8 cucumbers. Some take them to work. We need at least 1.5 if we're going to do like snacks or anything. My daughter asked if I could pick her up more of these, so I did. These are for my son, my teenage son, so he'll eat those. I picked up 1 thing of butter, 1 thing of Colby Jack, There's some chunky guacamole. I do not like store-bought guacamole at all until I had this one. And this one is, Aldi has really, really good guacamole that I do not mind at all. And so I'm very surprised, and it has been a wonderful treat. These are two of the kibasas that we're going to use for lunches this week. I will use both. I have 2 things of green beans, 1 thing of peas, 2 things of mixed veggies, and in here I have 3 dozen eggs, half a gallon of whole milk. I use that for lattes, and 1 thing of half and half. And then at Walmart, I picked up 2 small watermelons. They did not have any large ones. They only had boxes and boxes, and I mean like those big boxes of smaller watermelons. And I was like, well, okay, I guess we're doing that. I picked up 1 thing of baby wipes. I use this for a lot of things. One needs to go in the car, and that's what this one is. For any sticky spills or coffee spills or whatever it is, I just keep one in the car. Aldi, there are 2 Aldis in my area. And anyway, neither of the Aldis have the sourdough bread that I usually get. And my daughter really hasn't been wanting sandwiches. My husband really hasn't been wanting sandwiches. They're kind of sandwiched out. But I have some turkey bacon. I have some tomatoes. And I really want some BLT. So I picked up a Walmart sourdough bread. It doesn't have as many good ingredients. I mean, that's a lot longer than the one from Aldi, but I also wanted the sourdough taste. So I got that for me. And the other thing I really needed at Walmart was some sesame oil. This is the most important ingredient if you're going to make some fried rice, in my opinion. And then there were 2 other items that I picked up at Walmart. They were shirts. I got them for my daughter for her birthday, and I will try to insert a picture if I remember, but I may not remember. So that's what I got, and now let me show you what we're going to be eating this week. It's really loud in here. That's where our cooler is, but I wanted to, and this is where my freezer is. 2 are coming soon. But I wanted to show you something that I do in order to make sure that food is being rotated. So you saw me purchase 2, you know it's going to happen. You saw me purchase 2 kielbasa today from Aldi, and those are actually going to go into the freezer, because if you also saw, I purchased jambalaya, and that is used as a, I forgot, dinner, what am I going to do? I use that, and so I always keep 2 in the freezer for such a time as that. So, in order to rotate and make sure dates are being used sooner, I'm pulling the ones from the freezer out. I'm going to use that this week for the lunches. And these will actually go into the freezer. And that way I can keep on top of using up the oldest date first. Alright, we need to add about $40 to the groceries. There is already put away a huge pack of toilet paper. I think it's going to be comparable to Costco and Sam's Club in price. I'll put a picture in here, but that's already put away. My husband was kind enough to do that. And my milk was already gone. My son has made pancakes a couple of times this week. I have a dozen eggs here. I have, I think, less than a dozen left. I picked this up. My daughter's birthday is this week. This is something we like to do with tea. Grab this because I have 2 left, and I like to have these on hand for the kids for snacks when I'm not here and they need something to tide them over if their dad isn't home to do dinner. And then I have 2 more of these snacks because ours are all gone, and my son got called into work tomorrow, which is actually kind of why this ended up happening. I don't have anything to send him. He does not have a microwave at work, so I'm going to make him a sandwich. And then we needed to get cash back because he needs to pay somebody to take him to work because we don't have any vehicles available for him to do that with. So needed cash back, bought this stuff, and we'll add this to the other grocery bag. Alright, so for our first day of using what I have purchased from the grocery store. It is breakfast time, and I'm making a classic egg casserole. Super simple, super easy. You've seen me make it so many times. We could probably make it in our sleep. So I have a kid out here. The original plan was to have a kid out here doing it with me, but they're still sleeping. I want to get it into the oven. So, basis is some kind of potato on the bottom to create a crust, if you will. A dozen eggs and whatever filling you want. And I know today I have bacon in the fridge and I have some green onion. So that's what's going to be for breakfast. So obviously I didn't buy any potatoes this week from the grocery haul. It's linked down below if you want to see it. But I still have a portion left of hash browns from a previous grocery haul. This costs about $4. I can get 3 recipes out of it at $1.33 per meal. So if you want, you can add $1.33 to the grocery haul as to how much it costs us to eat this week. So we'll have a cantaloupe along with the breakfast casserole later. And I'm going to start with coffee. Alright, I pulled out from my freezer a freezer meal. This is shepherd's pie. And we're going to have this for 2 nights. So we'll have it for tonight and we'll have it for tomorrow. It's just a meal that I have already prepared. And there we go. That's going to be dinner tonight, but I need to pull it out of the freezer now. Okay, for lunch today, I only have 2 kids that want something. My 2 eldest had work. So my son had a burrito and my daughter had some of the food that I have meal prepped for her. And my middle son doesn't want anything, so I have something for the younger ones. They each want half a sandwich. We have 2 little, whatever these are called. They're like beef jerky sticks. That's what I'm going to eat. We have a little watermelon left. We have some carrots from the community garden. And that's going to be lunch. Okay. For today's breakfast, I'm heading off to work. My 12-year-old is going to be in charge of making it today, and he's going to be making eggs look easy for everyone. And then I will be back here for lunch. This is going to be my breakfast. I saved one little breakfast casserole for me, so I had something this morning. Hello! It's another day. Did not finish filming last night. Lunch was, it was actually too hot to eat lunch. I think the kids ate pineapple, the canned pineapple I got, some watermelon, some veggies. It was too hot to eat. It was actually so hot that I had to lay down because I was feeling so sick. And a lot of us were like that, just laying about in a vegetable state. Dinner was spaghetti that my son made, and I wanted to show this that somebody didn't put it away last night, so we had some food waste. We had to throw it out today. Sometimes that happens, especially when I'm not on top of making sure everybody does their chores. Anyway, breakfast this morning was on my husband. I had to drop my son off at work, and then my daughter and I went to do some errands at the library, and then we went to look for a car for her. It was out. Just spoiler on that one. We didn't get it. And then I'm making some lunch, and by making I had helpers involved in this. So this is what we are having for lunch. It is produce from our community garden. The onion, the yellow squash, and the zucchini are all from the, and the green onion are all from the community garden. I threw a can of fire roasted tomatoes with garlic on top of that. cooked it all in butter, and then chopped up the kielbasa and put it in there. There's 2 packages of kielbasa. This made a full pan, and my pan is really large. I'll try to get a picture of me holding up this pan because it's really big, really heavy, and very large. And that will easily make 2 meals, if not 3. So I might have lunches wrapped up for this weekend. We're going to serve it over rice. That's going to be lunch. I still have to kind of figure out dinner because yesterday the client I have for yesterday, today, and tomorrow has been canceled or put on hold. We're still kind of up on the air if I'm working or not, so I have no idea what my schedule is going to be for the next couple of days. So meals have also been a little bit crazy for that. I do not want to start the oven at all, so I am not doing a freezer meal that is revolved around an oven. So dinner tonight is going to be fun. Stay tuned. We'll see what we end up doing. Okay, so for dinner I ended up doing breakfast for dinner. I pulled out a thing of English muffins from the back freezer, spread some cream cheese on it, put a sausage patty on top, and I put some eggs along with it, and that's what we had for dinner. Alright, today is August 2nd, and it is my daughter's birthday. My kids get to pick out the meals that they want on their birthday. So she wanted smoothies for breakfast. My daughter took care of that because I was at work. And then here's dinner. This is what she wanted for dinner. This is pork loin cut really thin, dipped in flour, and then fried in bacon fat. And for my non-meat loving person, she really likes this, and that's what she wanted. These are some green beans that we got from Aldi, and this is Swiss chard frittatas that I made a few weeks ago with some meal prep. And that's what we did for dinner. And then I did not do a birthday cake. Instead, I have this for her. You saw this in the grocery haul. This is her birthday cake, and she is so excited about that. So we can do things a little simply, a little differently, a little more frugally. It's whatever they want, and it makes it a whole lot more fun for their birthdays. So that's what we had today. And we're gonna have some tea or coffee and some Danish to end the day with, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, so for dinner I made this using that chicken sausage. This is chicken zucchini pasta. It'll be linked down below. The pasta was overcooked, and we have like a 50-50 as to who likes it and who doesn't. So this is supposed to make 2 meals worth, and I think we might be able to do that because my husband did not like it, and there's other things that he can eat in there. Those that do like it, I think there's going to be just enough for everybody. So I think yeah, I don't think I'll make it again, or if I do, I will make it when I do like lunches and whatnot, and my husband's not here. The older 2 are not here. They're at work, so I could not get their opinion. Alright, thank you for joining me today, and I will see you next time with another video. So these are the meals that I made with the grocery haul that I did, and I have another grocery haul and more meals coming to you very soon. Again, thank you for watching. I'll catch you next time.